Let's ride, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Ba-doom, ba-doom. Let's ride, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. The road's a-waitin', so I really must say, well, let's ride, sweetheart. Let's ride.
This is a Lab Media production. The Lab podcast is both extreme and bold, so if you're faint of heart, call the medics now.
Join the law-abiding biker community,
where every voice is important.
At lawabidingbiker.com.
If you want to be entertained and educated, then look no further. You can listen to the Lab podcast on
iTunes,
Zoom,
BlackBerry,
Stitcher Radio,
or right from lawabidingbiker.com.
Here we go. Feel it, Bikaholics. Feel it. Welcome back, all our fellow Bikaholics. This is the podcast for the big MM, the motorcycle majority. That's right, the
99%.
Straight from Oscar. So I got to ask you, what are you freaking waiting for, Bikaholics? Mount up. Let us take you on a ride. All right, guys, we got an awesome episode for you guys coming up. Let me tell you about a few of the things that you'll want to stay tuned for. Got my notes in front of me here. What kind of notes, Oscar?
Copious?
Copious show notes that we got up here on the flat screen TV so that Oscar can see them.
It distracts me a little bit.
We're going to talk about a new video. Really awesome video that we put out on YouTube. Very highly highly asked for.
Downloaded?
Requested.
Oh, requested.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Highly requested video. And of course, this was one of those ones, Oscar, we talked about in the last episode.
Yeah.
Do I sell it?
Nope.
Or do I give it for free? Because a buttload of work went into this video. And I did have it all ready for sale. And at the last second, I'm like, I'm going to put it out for free. I'm not going to.
Good for you.
I know.
It's hard, but good for you. I'm glad you did that.
Because it's one that people would buy. No doubt about it. But
it also supports the biker community.
Yes.
And helps people do their own thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it keeps us in the 90% of our content's free right now. So,
right.
And it's kind of, we'll talk a little bit about how you guys can help us. We did a little bit last episode, but I have a good story for you. We got email on tires, and
Sweet.
It's kind of a segue into our main topic. That email will launch us into that. We've got, a couple voicemails on here.
Even better.
Let me open those up. What do we got? We've got a voicemail about, a back wheel, and putting lowering shocks on a Harley Davidson. That's an interesting voicemail. We should have some fun with that. To talk about, and we've got another one about a Bluetooth headset.
That is all you, buddy.
Yeah, on the boombox, the new Harley Davidson boombox infotainment system. That's actually a cool one. Good guy, pretty intelligent guy that sent that. Yeah, we've got some donations. We've got some web comments we're gonna go over. Yeah. We got a web comment about the twin, some exhaust questions or comments.
This thing is packed.
It is packed. It is packed as heck. We've got a 3-pocket fairing pouch that some people are talking about on the new Harleys. We've got a good web comment, and I've got a couple resources. Oscar, the new Harley comes with the 2014 Tourings come with that vent.
Yes.
To reduce head beveling.
Buffering. If your head's beveled, you need something else.
You know what I meant. Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I said it, buffering. And, like you have pouches on your dash, right?
I do.
Well, the new 2014s have that vent in the way, bro. What do you do?
I don't know.
Well, we're going to find out.
Even better.
If you stick around, you're going to find out what to do. All right, so let's dive in here to the new video, the free video of Gin. I did have this all slated for sale, but it's such a valuable video that I just wanted to get it into as many people's hands as I could.
You know who's going to use it?
Who?
Me.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it with the new video equipment. It is stunning. The videography we did on that, the HD and just the depth of the video, absolutely amazing.
Top-notch actor.
It is. I think it's the first. No, it's not the first, but it's one of the first tutorial videos that we put out in with this new video equipment, professional video equipment, and HD and all that. So take a look at it, guys. And it is all about, yes, how to replace your brake pads, something everybody needs to do on your Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Doesn't matter what model of Harley-Davidson you had. In fact, likely doesn't matter what kind of motorcycle you have.
They're probably all pretty close.
They are all very close. Okay. And it might be a little bit different size wrench, but that's really going to be the most of it.
Yeah.
If you can watch this video, guaranteed, I have no doubt you'll be able to change the brake pads on your bike and save yourself
some
an
money.
ass load.
Yes.
Ass load of money. So you don't have to take it to the dealer. This is something you can do. You don't need a whole bunch of tools. Of course, as usual, step by step, without skipping any steps, exactly how to do it. It's like you're right there. It's like you can hold a wrench for us. It's close up, and yeah, we don't skip anything, and guarantee you will be able to do this. So check it out. You can find that free video and blog at lawabidingbiker.com/replace Harley brake pads. I'll link to it in the show notes, and that anytime you want to get show notes, the copious
show notes,
lawabidingbiker.com/whatever the episode number is.
And I've used a bunch of your videos.
Dude.
I have.
They're
too. Great.
Because
They're
I
great.
just want to remember exactly how we did stuff.
Yeah.
And I refer back to a lot of our blogs. I know kind of have the URLs memorized, so
Right.
I can just get back to them real quick. But at any time, guys, if you don't remember these links that we give you, they will be in the show notes. Additionally, even if you can't remember what show it is, you can just go to lawabidingbiker.com to the main website. In the upper right-hand corner of every page is a search bar. And so if you just search Harley brake pads, it's going to take you to all the blogs and all the videos we have about brake pads. If you search boombox, infotainment, we're going to have it. So it's really easy. I built the site that way because it is becoming a resource that people go back to, including us.
Yes.
That make the content.
It's good enough that we use it.
Yes. And it's nice. It's kind of like a little video library of maintenance.
It's awesome.
So there you go, guys. Go ahead and check it out. And of course, all of you on the email club got that video first. Everybody in the email club gets everything first. And that's lawabidingbiker.com/email club. If you want to get signed up for free, take you about a minute of your time. And I send out once in a while a for purchase product, but 90% of the time it is all new free stuff before it gets out to everybody else. So get hooked up there. It was 108 degrees that day when me and Matt shot that video. It was me and Lurch, and it was a long day with our shoots now. They're taking a lot longer just because of the quality. Hopefully you guys will see that in the video. And this is a funny story. So I didn't even tell you about this.
I don't think so.
So we're shooting the video, and actually it's kind of cool because I did something different. I usually like, and I probably will stick to that, I usually like shooting the videos when we're shooting them. And now, of course, I have higher tech audio equipment, so it doesn't sound like a video camera. You know what I mean? That
Right.
echoey, condenser type microphone. We have lavalier mics that clip to our shirt, and actually I just got a boom mic or a shotgun mic. So anyways, that's techie stuff that you don't have any idea about. It's not a shotgun like you carry.
Right.
It's a microphone, but it's called a shotgun mic. So we have this high quality audio and stuff and this high quality video. But because I'm new to a lot of this stuff, so me and Lurch shoot the whole video. Bam, I'm super excited about it. I'm dehydrated, probably because I drink beer and not water.
Right.
And it was 108 degrees. So I get all done with it. I bring it in, get it all loaded onto the iMac. All the videos there, dude.
Yeah.
No audio. Yeah.
I kind of figured that's where that was going.
Forgot to activate the lavalier mics. I'm an idiot. And I didn't check as I was, because this is, I'm learning, man.
No.
It's
what
funny
you're saying is
it's funny as crap, dude.
the video is so good. You don't need audio.
Right. You don't need it.
Yeah.
Right.
You're looking out for the hearing impaired.
So it's better than that though. because I wouldn't leave it like that, of course. So I actually did, and it actually turned out really awesome. So maybe it was meant to be. So I just did a voiceover on the video.
Nice.
So I came in, did all the footage, and I did a very nice voiceover of exactly what we're doing and how to do it. So actually,
French subtitles.
right. And so maybe eventually I'll do more like that, because I was actually like, it's actually pretty cool.
You know what? I think I'm going to be due for breaks here pretty soon, so I'll be using it.
There you go. So there you go, guys. Go out and check it out. Of course, it's all on the YouTube channel, lawabidingbiker.com/YouTube. You can get all our videos there too. But yeah, hopefully, I think that's going to be a really, maybe second to our maintenance video. I don't know, because everybody's got to replace brakes and nobody wants to pay for it.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those common things. We show you how to inspect them. We show you how to look to see if you need them. Because you don't want to get burned by somebody, motorcycle shop either, that says you need them and you don't.
Right.
So we show you everything. We show you run out on your disc, what run out is, and
really,
yeah, we actually got really in. So you know what that is.
Guess. Yeah.
We talked about that. I don't have the micrometer to do that. There is another tool too, that you can see how much run out. That's basically warping, guys.
Right.
Warping in your brake disc. But there are some tools out there that we don't have, but we at least show you how to visually and by feel if you're warped and all that. So anyways, there you go. Enough about that.
Right on.
Got another free video, guys. Yep. Put this one out. Had a question from somebody that bought the Boombox video, lawabidingbiker.com/boombox if you want to purchase that video. That is my number one selling video, all my Boombox videos. But somebody had a question about the record function. We're not going to get hugely in depth in this because not everybody has it. Real quick, wanted to throw it out there. If you want to get the video, it's lawabidingbiker.com/boomboxrecord. And what that is in the map, within the integrated GPS, the maps in the Boombox system, it is thought that you can record your entire trip, and then you can download it and onto a memory stick, and you can put it into Ride Planner. Well, I did some very extensive testing, as I usually do with the Boombox. There are some huge limitations right now, guys, on that functionality. You can record from point A to point B, but as soon as you turn your bike off, you're going to have to start over. So it's not going to record an entire 7-day trip. It's pretty disappointing, that particular feature. Hopefully they'll update it, but I'm not going to get into detail on that, because if you want to know all about that, lawabidingbiker.com/boomboxrecord. It's a free video, free blog, and it tells you the limitations if you're interested in recording your trip. There's still some cool stuff you can do with it, but it is highly limited. All right.
And if you're old enough, Boombox is something that goes on your shoulder.
Right. That's what I used it for.
Because I have one of those.
Back in the day.
That's right.
With a tape.
Did you have a mullet?
I never did the mullet, dude. Did you?
No.
I never did it.
I wished I would have.
I had, I didn't even really have long hair. I didn't do I love 80s butt rock and the hair bands, but I never did the hair.
You could do it now.
I could, dude.
You could have a Kentucky waterfall.
And if I wasn't, have my regular job, my LEO job, I probably would do that.
As long as it stays above the collar, you can be curling.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I don't know, dude. I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't have any hair, so I can't even try, but whatever.
Do you have to shave it every day? Your head?
I don't have to. If I don't, I look like a huge Q-tip.
Right. That's what I thought.
I shave it like every 3 days.
So here we go. We're going to call that. This is kind of going to be interesting, but we're going to start doing this a little bit, Oscar, and I'm just going for it. You know what?
Hey, jump in, dude.
I fear not. And that is, we have been working we're trying to get some sponsorship for the show, guys. You know that. And we have such a listenership. It's huge. And a lot of these companies don't really realize the amount of people listening to this, or they're too big and they don't really understand. But anyways, we're going to call a couple companies out that we've asked, and they're good. We're not talking bad about these companies. We're going to throw their names out there and put it in your guys' hands. So when you call for stuff from these companies that we like, we wouldn't be telling you about them if we didn't like them. But we're definitely going to put a little heat on them, and hopefully you guys can help us with that, because we want, obviously, this content to keep coming your way. We want it to get better. We want it to go a long, long time. And we put a lot of work in, as you guys know, and it's time that these companies stepped up to the plate and quit getting free advertising and just support the law-abiding biker community. I'll tell you a little bit more about this as we go along here. So this is just a funny story. This wasn't really a sponsor. This is just an affiliate link. And some affiliates are a little tougher to get. And what I mean by affiliate, it's different than sponsor, guys. An affiliate basically is somebody that we have a banner, so lawabidingbiker.com/Amazon or whatever. And, no cost to you if you purchase something. If you go through that link, you don't pay any extra, but we get a small commission in return to help support the show. That's what an affiliate is. A sponsor actually sponsors you and pays you X amount of dollars to, per episode or whatever. So that's the difference. We'll just break that down. So this is an affiliate. B&H Photo, we talked about it last episode. We do have an affiliate with them. I strongly encourage, I wanted to be with these guys, have an affiliate with them, only because I've used them so extensively. I'm so impressed with them. So B&H Photo, lawabidingbiker.com/B&H, or you can just go to lawabidingbiker.com/affiliate links. There's all our affiliate links there, banners. But if you do purchase something from them, I'm telling you, these guys, I purchase a ton of audio equipment, a ton of, any type of electronic and photo and video and all that stuff. Usually better prices than Amazon, usually always quick shipping, and no tax for us. What do you think about that, Oscar?
Fantastic.
Because Amazon, did you know that? Because we're in Washington, they charge us tax. I don't know how they do that.
A lot. Yeah, they have to.
Well, how come B&H doesn't?
Well, that's a larger topic than we have time for.
Okay. I don't get it. Because some online companies have to charge you tax and some don't. And I don't get it.
I think there's some
depends what state you're from. And,
pending litigation.
Oh, is there?
And yeah, that has to do with the federal government. And I've been reading a bunch on it.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So I do buy all my equipment. I strongly recommend going there, guys. Anything techie that you need. And I know tons of bikers carry cameras, and they video stuff. And I mean, seriously, you can get a good deal over there. So I asked, I'm just going to tell this company, and they are an affiliate with us now, but I worked hard and actually I got denied. Now, here's what I did. I'm not going to tell this whole story in depth. I know I've got a lot of notes here.
You didn't give up, did you?
No.
No.
So I asked him for an affiliate, and this guy that's with their marketing, their strategic partnerships, his name is Joseph Brown. He emailed me back. Nope, we're not going to give you an affiliate, and we're not interested at this time. And I see him all over other sites, and my site's way more popular.
Yeah,
seriously.
right.
I'm like, dude, you have no idea how strong the law-abiding biker community is.
It's huge.
I mean, and a lot of people don't know about motorcyclists. We're some of the most giving, loyal people.
Absolutely.
And, I don't know if he got that or not, but anyways, so I waited. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I'm going to call him out. So I got on Twitter and I left a Twitter, and here, I'm going to pull it up.
You tweeted?
Oh yeah, I tweeted. Okay. So here's my tweet to B&H Photo Video. Here's my Twitter. Should support law-abiding biker podcasts and the motorcycle community. Refusal to give affiliate link. The audience is listening.
Nice.
That's all I did, dude.
That's nice.
So yeah, I'm just like, you know what, you companies, don't blow off the law-abiding biker community.
Yeah, right.
It pisses me off.
Yeah.
And here is this guy. Now he's a bigwig over at so he obviously got the Twitter. Somebody's like, ooh, because you can't take down Twitters.
Right.
So they've been called out publicly, not only by everybody that follows them, because I put the little period before.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about that, but I know the little tricks of Twitter.
Yeah.
So by putting that period before the @ it went out to everybody that follows them.
Wow.
And everybody that follows Law-Abiding Biker. So
I learned something new.
Yeah. So within 8:15 a.m. the next morning, I left that night, the 21st, late. By the next morning, here's a big wig at B&H Photo, Henry Posner, which I have much respect for because he did the right thing. He came out and said, at Law-Abiding Biker, message pass along to the affiliate team, and you will hear from us soon. We appreciate your interest in us.
Right on.
So I called him out, and within an hour of that, I get this email. And let me see if I have it. Nope, that's not it. But I'll just sum it up. But basically, within an hour, Joseph Brown, who denied us earlier, strategic partnerships and communications, communicated back to me. And he said, oh, here we go. He said, first of all, I want to be, oh, wait, it's funny. He's a nice guy. Actually, I'm not talking bad about him, guys. He just, I don't think he quite understood. Hi, Ryan, I want to thank you for your persistent dedication to becoming a B&H affiliate partner. And I would like to invite you to resubmit an application that I will approve and activate to get you started on the affiliate program. So basically this Posner guy at B&H
said he-
obviously called him and said, WTF?
Yeah, right. You will.
Yeah, you will. It doesn't matter. I mean, here's what I don't get. Dude, you're going to sell stuff.
Right.
It's no money out of your pocket.
And worst case scenario, you listen and you don't like it, so you cancel it.
Right.
You know?
Right. But you're going to sell stuff. I don't get it. So anyways, you're not sponsoring us. You're just an affiliate. It costs you nothing. Well, I mean, I guess it costs a little bit because they have to give a commission. But anyways, we look forward to working with you. I said, hi, Ryan, of course. Oh no, there we go. I got, lost track there. So I sent him an email saying, hey, you have no idea how awesome and loyal after he accepted the application. I said, you have no idea, you're doing a good thing. I said, if you don't know about the law-abiding biker community, you have no idea how loyal these people are and how awesome they are and how they will support things. And he responded. So this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
He's got bikers in his family. So here we go. First of all, I want to be clear again that my initial rejection was never in consideration of your association or interests. My father and brother are both motorcycle riders, and I love the mentality and the free spirit that is associated with it. The fact that you have a loyal community and are a gear enthusiast, B&H photo gear, as well as a motorcycle enthusiast, you bring a unique dynamic to your clout within your community, and we are excited to partner with you on that basis.
Good work, Joseph.
Yeah, so there you go, Joseph. You did the right thing, and Posner there stepped up, and all because I called him out. So
way to go.
That is my segue into what we're going to start doing here, Oscar. This is new to you. In fact, it's new to everybody that comes in the studio. Who are we? We're the motorcycle majority.
The 99%.
That's right. Are we a small group, large group? What?
We're huge.
And so these industry people, especially when we're talking about motorcycle industry, do they not make billions of dollars on us motorcyclists every year?
Yes, they do.
And so they need to give back, is my opinion. And a lot of them don't realize, the podcast space yet. And hopefully they're going to realize after time just how big podcasting is and the group, the community, law-abiding biker community, among other, whatever your niche is.
Right.
But certainly here it's motorcyclists. And so all of us guys in the law-abiding biker community, we give these people billions of dollars. They need to start sponsoring, not just this show. They need to give coupon codes, so wouldn't that be cool to put coupon codes out to the law? But you know what?
Yeah.
Vance and Hines, for one, will just say they're going to give you guys coupon codes, and they have X amount of this particular, fuel auto tuner or whatever it is, EFI tuner. And if you use coupon code law abiding biker, you can get 10% off now for a limited time. They need to start doing this because I think they kind of take us for granted from what I found.
Well, it makes perfect sense.
It does.
We're buying their stuff.
Right. And now, we've never had a huge platform before.
Yeah.
And I'm not, there's not a lot out there on motorcycle podcasts, and we've got a platform and we've got the listenership, and it's a huge trustworthy group with lots of money and love buying stuff for their bikes. And so now that we've got it, I think it's time we start calling these people out and letting them know we are watching, we are listening. We do have lots of places to buy our stuff. We don't have to buy it from you if you don't want to support the, I really believe that these huge companies need to pay not just us, the law. I'm more talking about the law-abiding biker community. And of course, by sponsoring us, they help us to get this out to them. Well, but I really want those coupon codes for the people and stuff, And
it's not just big corporate versus little people. It's like, hey, why wouldn't a big company want to be part of a community?
Right.
Where everyone talks and everyone, you buy their product. We love it. That's what we do. Is we try stuff out, we like it, and we tell other people about it, and that's what the community is all about. I have no idea why a big corporation wouldn't want to be part of that.
I just think they get too big for their britches, and they think, you know what, we're going to sell stuff either way, and it's happened until the people start speaking up.
I guess.
Until the community starts speaking up and going, you know what, we're not just going to do that.
Yeah.
And you better start paying attention to us because we pay your bills, and we're the reason you're, a multi-million-dollar motorcycle company.
Well, and we're not the masses. We're a group of people that care about a specific thing, and we want to take care of it. We want to buy the best products for it, and we want stuff that works, and we're willing to pay for it.
Yes. Amen. If you treat us well.
Right.
There is a company, I'm not going to name it right on this episode, that I won't buy anything from, and they're huge.
Yeah.
But I will never buy anything from them again because they're nice, but they don't get it. And, at least respond when you don't just, you know what I mean?
Right.
At least give courtesy. But we're not going to get into that right now. So we're going to start what we call calling people out. We're going to call these companies out.
Are we going to put them on notice?
Yes, we are going to start putting these large motorcycle companies on notice. You're on notice from the Law Abiding Biker podcast and the community. So I ask you guys every time you're buying stuff, please, especially if you've heard it on this podcast, let them know, and let them know under no unconditional terms. You need to be supporting not only the Law Abiding Biker podcast, but the Law Abiding Biker community. The more they hear this, they'll
come around.
They will.
They will. They want to.
And I'm not saying these people are bad. I'm certainly not calling them out because I think they're
a lot of good
jerks.
companies. Right.
No, they're just so big. It's
Right.
hard to get through the red tape and talk to somebody who's like, you know what? Wow, I can get this out to a lot of people.
Well, you know what? It's easy to get stuck still in traditional business model.
Yes.
Of advertising a product to the masses and losing that more kind of intimate touch.
That niche.
I didn't really use the word intimate in this setting.
Yes.
I'm just going to let that go.
And we talked about this at dinner a little bit, but I really do. So we're going to pull it in here, bring it in, and this is what we call, and so you guys know what it is from now on, where it's called You're on Notice from the Law Abiding Biker podcast and the community. You've been placed on notice.
Notice is all capitalized.
Right. It means more when it's capitalized.
Because it's yelling.
Right. I'm yelling it. So here we go, guys. Oh, let's see. What do we got here? Let me go down here.
I had no notice we were even doing this. That's great.
It was on the show notes.
I know. I saw it, but I kind of
right.
breezed over it, and that's awesome.
Yes. So we're going to call, and on my show notes, guys, here's what we're going to do from now on. And of course, each time we do this, we're not going to explain the whole thing in depth. This is the first time, so we wanted to get a little more in depth on what we're doing here and why we're doing what we're doing. It's not to make fun of anybody. It's just, these are big companies, and they've been asked and they've been sent emails, and either they don't respond, or they're too big, or they respond and they're just not interested yet. They don't really understand the power of podcasting yet. So we're going to make them understand. Here you go. And in the show notes, guys, lawabidingbiker.com/ and whatever the show number is where you can get these links. So each time we call somebody out and put them on notice, in the show notes is going to be links to their website, to their contact information. It's going to be their Facebook information, their Twitter. So you can go to our episode, you can click right to their Facebook, get on their Facebook, guys. You just heard the story about what I told you. One tweet from me, one tweet to B&H Photo that they don't support the law-abiding biker community and they should be sponsoring us. And within less than 12 hours, I had an affiliate with them. We are powerful, guys. That was just me. Now imagine these companies that we're calling out, and you go to the show notes and you click through their Facebook and you click through to their Twitter, and everybody that's listening leaves them a message that they should be supporting us and you guys, the community. What do you think about that, Oscar? Is
Amen.
that not powerful?
Amen, brother.
If I can do that by myself, if I can get you listeners out there to at least do that, click through to their Facebook and their Twitter and just inundate them with Law Abiding Biker Podcast. And let's see what we can do here, guys. So all the links will be in the show notes. Here you go. Here's a company, number one, DynoJet.
Great company.
They are.
They're a great company.
And we talked about this in the last episode. We had an email, and we have heavily supported them with not asking for anything in the past.
No.
But I'm telling you, because of them, we have sold a ton of stuff for them. And we didn't do it for that reason originally, obviously. It's just people listened to what we had to say. Oscar, you are absolutely, what was that? You okay?
Had some kind of seizure.
Okay. And Oscar is just awesome with this stuff. I mean, really like a spokesman almost, because he can break it down to something that I can understand and you guys can understand. He's really, really good at that. We did our podcast episode. Do you want to go over all the stuff we've done for him there?
Oh, wow. Yeah, EFI tuners. We did one on the Power Commander 5.
Yeah, but what was that EFI tuners one? Was that a podcast episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, podcast. Yeah. lawabidingbiker.com/EFI tuners. We did one solely. Wasn't that included? Power Commander 5 included in that same one? Was it separate?
It was all about EFI tuners, Auto Tuner, and Power Commander 5.
But you can go to lawabidingbiker.com/Power Commander 5. We did one on the Auto Tuner.
Now, but the Power Commander 5 one is the video. That's right. That's the for purchase video.
We've done a lot, and it all runs together now.
Right. And so the for purchase video at lawabidingbiker.com/power commander and the number 5. And then and there's also a blog there. You can learn a lot even without purchasing the video. And then the auto tuner, of course, lawabidingbiker.com/auto tuner video. And of course, there's a blog there. There's a lot of besides the for purchase video, you can still just learn a lot, even if you don't want to get the video.
We've talked a lot about it.
Oh my God.
I don't know how many episodes because it comes up over and over.
The questions.
Guys want to know, guys and gals, sorry. Bikers want to know about EFI. And so, man, it's come up over and over and over. And we just covered it last episode.
Yep. An email question, right?
Yep.
And it was a great question.
It was a great question.
So that episode, really opened up the ears of people. And so they want to know more. And so they asked those questions. So we've done a lot of stuff for DynoJet. It's hard to get through to them, guys. So I think we need to call them out. They are on notice, DynoJet. And they're the ones that make Power Commander 5 and Auto Tuner. They have a Facebook page. They have a Twitter page. I will link to it in the show notes. Let's Twitter and Facebook the heck out of them. All right. Do you want me to do this? And then
you can do this one. Yeah.
So here you go. Vance and Hines guys probably sold more for them than any other company. I did a video on the twin slash rounds, sold a ton. If you just look at the YouTube page, there's comments about people buying them. I've sent emails, said, so thank you for that video. Because of that, I'm buying the twin slash rounds. Or they bought some other Vance and Hines because they didn't like the twin slash rounds, but they bought endless, guys. It was a free freaking video that I did. And it's a very good comparison between stock pipes. I did a really good audio on it. Very, very popular video. So I'm telling you, Vance and Hines. And what do those pipes cost? Like $1,300 a pop.
Yeah, they're expensive.
And they can't sponsor us. And I've contacted them. And actually a guy called me and I wanted that. What was that? It's their version of the auto tuner.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
We talked about it.
FP.
Yeah. FP3, the Fuel Pack 3.
Yep. That was it.
And he was going to talk about getting one at a discount. I mean, I wasn't even asking for money. I was just like, at least send us FP3 so we can give a comparison between auto tuner. That's what I'm saying about these companies. They're so big. I don't think they really but they're missing the boat with the law-abiding biker community. So I did that video. Of course, we did talk about their Fuel Pack 3 in an episode. So Facebook and Twitter links will be there. Steve is who I talked to there, and a great guy. And he was talking to me, but then he had a bunch of biker events to go to, and he's failed to, I didn't want to keep bugging him in this format.
Right.
So I'm hoping the law-abiding biker community can, tell him what
push him along.
Yeah. So, all right, this one is really awesome, and I have failed to tell you guys this at this point. We've just been so busy. I'm going to throw this company out there. They are awesome. Just from personal experience, I quite a while ago reached out to this guy, and he actually personally got back to you and said, maybe in the future, we're just not interested now. That was like a year ago. Now, I have not recontacted him, but I want you guys to contact him for me. And that is, I get most of my Harley stuff here, guys. And it's not one of the top Google things. You will get better prices here. That's why I go there. Absolutely awesome. And it's Kutter Harley Online, Kutter. I know some of you out there are listening and you know about it. There's not a ton of people that know about it. I'm telling you. Okay, your Harley hammock seat, what did you pay? Just generally.
Like $1,000.
Mine was $150 less than yours.
Wow.
And I told you that, remember?
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. It's absolutely astounding that and everything I've got from them, if it's a big Harley ticket item, I get it. Now their shipping isn't always the fastest. I had to wait for 2 weeks, but for $150 savings, and some other stuff has come real quick. I just think they don't always have it in stock and whatnot.
Yeah.
But great customer service. Always got my item. I'm telling you guys, Kutter Harley Online, Kutter Harley Online. You guys got to see the deals there. But again, I wanted them to sponsor us because I believe in them and I order my stuff from them. And now that I put their name out there, I know a lot of people are going to go there and they need to be aware. Of course, their Facebook page and Twitter page will be in the show links. So please, they would be awesome to have on board because, like I say, I would really like to just send you guys there and check out the awesome deals they have. So,
and these aren't companies, we're not trying to make a buck. These aren't companies that we don't already support, that we don't already believe in, that we don't already have good experiences with. Because
we could have told you about Kutter a year ago. We just haven't.
Yeah.
just because we've been busy and we forget. But I do, and I did talk to him a little bit, and I was like, I'm not going to say anything in my mind until you sponsor,
Right.
But you know what? The bottom line is I want the law-abiding biker community to have the information. And hey, if they can save $150 and put the heat on these guys,
go for it.
Yeah, we're not losing anything,
right.
But definitely. So those are the 3 we're calling out today. In future updates, future podcast episodes, we will be calling out more. And of course, if these guys get a hold of us and based on your guys' heat that you put on them and let them know that they should be sponsoring us for sure and helping you guys out, we will let you know that they came through, and we will let you know the ones that didn't. If we keep trying to get a hold of DynoJet and Vance and Hines and they just refuse to talk to us, well, we're going to let you guys know that, and you guys can certainly decide whether you give them business or not and whether you get your stuff elsewhere. But we're going to definitely give them a chance, and we're not going to rush to things, but that is a new segment you guys are going to be hearing about. So there you go. Any other comments about that? You think it's a good idea, Oscar?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I came up with this. This isn't you guys.
No, I think it's great. We kind of did that for another company on the last episode.
Yes, we did. That was Fuelmoto, sorry.
Now they're not a giant corporation,
but they're squared away.
But they are very squared away.
And we've never asked. Oh no, I did Fuelmoto. You're right. Let's just call them out too.
Yeah.
Because we did promo them last episode. I did send them, and the guy's really nice. He actually, I can't remember if we talked in person or it was an email. I think he might have called me, and he was the same way as Kutter Harley. He was really cool, and we still buy stuff from him, and I will. Yeah. But he's like, I just can't right now, but maybe in the future. So the future's here, guys. So let's hit up Fuelmoto too.
Hit them up. They're an awesome company.
They really are. Good guys, very knowledgeable. Let's jump into one of our main topics here. Oh, this is Oscar. This is all you. Uh-oh. This is a email. I'm going to read it, and then because I know you're going to have some stuff to say. And so here we go. Brian Rogers of Naples, Florida, emailed us. Thank you so much, Brian, for being involved with the Law Abiding Biker podcast. Don't forget our listener line. If you guys want to leave a voicemail, 509. What is it?
Where'd it go? 731.
No, I know it off the top. Okay, 509-731-3548. And you can also leave us a voicemail right on your computer, lawabidingbiker.com/voicemail. All right. So Brian Rogers of Naples, Florida says, I was wondering if you could mention tires in your next podcast. Tire pressures, loss of pressure with cold and heat, mileage you would expect to get out of a set, etc. Low profile versus regular, like our Street Glide Special. So there you go. And this has been pending, and I'm sorry, Brian. We do get to stuff. Just take some time. So go ahead, Oscar. What do you know about rubbers?
They're important.
Why?
Really?
Protection?
Really?
Just
because if it goes, I'm just going to let it go. Thank you.
Yep.
Tires are important. I follow the Harley tire guideline, and from experience, I had an 06 Ultra Classic. Now I've got a 13 Ultra Limited, and I think it was my 06. I was riding with the old lady one day, and man, it was just a floaty, bumpy ride. And I don't know.
You were riding the old lady?
Isn't that a different episode?
Okay.
That's a different podcast.
I need to pay attention. We're
getting off track.
Right, good.
And, the touring models have air shocks. And so I checked the air pressure in the air shocks, and it was fine. And I'm like, what the heck? And so it turned out my tire was a little low. And so, your tire pressures can affect the ride of the bike quite a bit. And I follow the Harley recommendation because...
What recommendation? The tire pressure?
Tire pressure recommendation. If you look on the frame, on the down tube in the front of the bike, there's a tag there that'll tell you how much to put in the front and the rear. And so I've been following that, and it's been great.
Your manual says it too. I didn't know it was there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's on that tag. So it's easier to get to. Sometimes the manual's in the trunk or whatever.
Good info.
So I think my 06 was the same, 36 in the front and 40 in the rear. And I've followed that, and it seems to give the best ride. I mean, like any tire, if you overinflate it, bad things happen. So you got to find that happy medium. If you're riding by yourself, maybe go a little lower. A lower air or less air in the tire produces a little softer ride, but I don't, when I checked mine on my 06 that day, it was real soft, and I think it was down like at 32 in the rear, and that was obviously way too flat. So I follow the Harley guidelines, and I've had success with that. And for any tire, proper inflation will give you the most mileage. So if you overinflate it, it'll burn out the middle of the tire. If you underinflate it, then friction and heat from the road when you're riding. Okay, it took you a minute. Are you paying attention? Are you
No,
here?
I was. I started having thoughts and visions in my head.
That's not right.
Just saying.
If you underinflate them, the heat and friction from the road it'll wear out quite a bit.
My hands
faster.
are right here, by the way.
Yeah, I see that.
Right.
Why are
Both hands are available. I'm not doing anything back
you
here.
Stay on your side of the desk.
All right.
So I follow Harley recommendation for the touring bikes, 36 in the front, 40 in the rear. And then what's kind of cool is we're actually in the process, the club is, of testing tires, because I just switched the Harley stock tires, 09 and newer. They went to the D407, Dunlop 407.
Dunlops, yep.
In the front, and the D408 in the rear. 99 to 06 for the touring bikes was generally the D402 front and rear. And then, there's various different Dunlops you can try. And so I had the D408, my bike came brand new, and I wore it out like with 9,800 miles on it. And so I switched to the American Elite in the rear, and I just turned 6,000 miles on it, and the tread looks great. I've got at least half left. But we've got some of the guys that are switching to the Michelin Commanders.
I did that on my 11.
You did?
But I only had it for a short time before I sold it, so I didn't really get to test them.
Yeah, so as far as mileage goes, that kind of depends on the kinds of roads you ride, and asphalt, concrete, are they good roads, are they bad roads? And then, so I'll be able to tell you, this time next year, how far the American Elite went versus the one that Harley puts on their stock, the Dunlop 408. And then we'll have guys that'll have about the same mileage on the Michelins, and we'll tell you, with the 408, like with the D402s, the Dunlop 402s that came on my 06, I got 8,500 miles out of them. So I don't know how your 11 was but I got 9,800 out of that 408 in the rear.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Yeah. It depends on who you talk to, how you ride. If you ride really aggressively,
Yes.
That's going to matter. If you're conservative and you're doing the 60 mile an hour cruising, state highways, county roads and stuff, you're going to get a little bit more life out of them. But man, I've heard some weird stories. Oh, I got 18,000 out of a rear. I'm like, BS. You did not get 18,000. Well, unless it was a car tire on a trike.
Yeah.
So to me, if you're getting between 9 and 12, actually 10 and 12, you're doing pretty good. That's what I would expect. And the
12? Yeah.
12,000 miles.
Right.
And the fronts are generally
11, 12 in there. Yeah,
10 to
right.
12.
Right. Yeah.
And the fronts, you should get about double that. So I bought my 13 last year in June, late June. I just turned...
Your 13 Ultra Classic.
Ultra Limited, yeah.
Or limited, sorry.
I'm going to turn 16,000 here this week. And my front tire is getting... I'm going to need a new front tire in the next 3,000 or 4,000. So it's about double.
Don't some of the manufacturers, though, use softer rubber and harder rubber? Isn't that some of the wear? Is that true or not? I don't know. That's what everybody says.
I don't know how we would know.
Right.
You can touch it. It's soft or hard.
All right.
Dude.
And we're going to take a moment out to go to our sponsors. Oh, we don't have any. All right. Yeah. So,
but if we call them out, we might.
Yes.
Actually some of the different manufacturers use different rubber compounds. So softer, harder. I have no idea, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
So I guess, did we answer all his questions for
I
the
think
most
he
part?
says low profile versus regular.
Yeah, the new SGS. I don't think it matters.
Well,
because the tread's the same.
It's rim size.
Right. Yes, true.
In like on a truck tire, low profile versus a regular sidewall tire matters if you're going off road. But for bike tires, unless you're riding an adventure bike, we're riding the pavement. So the low profile allows the bikes to have a bigger wheel on the same frame. Like the Street Glide Special, I think, is it an 18-inch front?
19 off the top of my head. They made it bigger.
See, mine's a 17.
Right. They did.
And so I don't know what that matters. The tread pattern and the compound are the same. So I don't know I don't think that matters.
I agree. And that would be my response too, is it doesn't matter. The low profile, it's still, I think it's going to wear the same.
Mm-hmm.
But as I go here, seems like it's wearing okay.
Yeah.
Time will tell. And of course I'll report on that when it's time to replace it.
Shouldn't be too long as much as we've been riding.
Oh my God, the corners we've been hitting. are insane.
They're delicious.
So Brian Rogers of Naples, Florida, thank you so much for sending in the email. Let's move on. And why don't you, while I'm getting this up, tell a little bit about this voicemail we got.
Bob Piazza.
And he left this, let me make sure. Oh, he left this on our computer voicemail from his computer microphone. lawabidingbiker.com/voicemail is how he did that.
And you know what, Bob? Kudos to you for understanding and knowing how to do that, because I don't.
Dude, okay.
I don't even have a...
I'm stopping you there. You can do it from your iPhone, dude. So you go to lawabidingbiker.com/contact, and there's a little tab there. Let me show you what it looks like.
Wait a minute. You know what?
We're going through this. Nope.
If I do this, will you play it?
Yes.
All right.
So see lawabidingbiker.com/contact, or you can just go to the website.
Okay.
You bring up the contact page here. And once the contact page, look at this little thing over. See, send voicemail.
Yeah.
Big, huge blue tab. You push that. And here you go. And it says start recording. You push the big green start recording, and you just talk to your computer.
So
because your computer, your laptop has a microphone, dude. And then you just talk, and then you push stop when you're done and send, and it's done. That's how easy it is.
my Apple IIe does not have
Your Apple IIe, dude.
a microphone. Okay, you know what? Here, okay, I'm going to do this. And are you going to put it up there?
The voicemail?
Yeah, I'll leave one.
Oh, no, you can't because you're talking over there.
I'm not going to do it right now. I'm talking about like tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
If I can figure it out, then anyone can figure it out.
Right. It's
But-
really not hard.
Bob Piazza figured it out, and thank
Yes, he
you
did.
for that.
All right, let me
Where'd
see
you go?
what we got here. I think I have it ready from Bob Piazza. Oh, I don't have it. Wait. Stand by. Standing by. There we go.
actually
Here we
sitting
go.
By. All right, go.
Here we go.
Hey guys, just wanted to say thank you. We just did a lowering kit on the back of my 2014 Street Glide, and I used your video on how to remove the back wheel to be able to put the brackets in to lower the shock mounts. And the bike went back together perfect. I watched your black marker trick on the eccentrics on the axle collars to get the belt tension correct, and it worked out great. The dealer wanted to put this lowering kit on, was like $450. I actually went out and bought a motorcycle lift to do this job for $300 down to Harbor Freight, and we did it in just about an hour and 10 minutes. My 19-year-old daughter actually helped me. She wants to be a Harley mechanic, if you can believe that. So we've been all over YouTube watching your videos and stuff. Sent you a small donation today. Appreciate the effort you put into these videos and helping us Harley guys work on our own stuff. Dealer's good to buy the bike, but they just charge too much to do service on it. It's ridiculous. So going forward, no more $250 oil changes or any other modifications or upgrades I want to do to the bike. We're going to be doing it all ourselves, and hopefully you'll have a video showing us how to do it. Thanks again. Have a great day, and really appreciate it. Thanks.
What are your thoughts? Go ahead. You go first.
Amen.
Yeah, what else?
I usually only think in one-word sentences.
No, you don't, because I hear you talk about auto tuners and you go for like 10 minutes. So, no, but he said a lot of stuff there. What an awesome message from Bob Piazza. I mean, seriously, thank you, Bob. That kind of feedback is awesome. And he donated. And so, he appreciates all that. I mean, look how much money he's saving. What did he just say?
And you know what? Get to know your own bike. Because, you get to know your own bike and you feel confident with it. And you'll know it's not a mystery. And you know what? You'll take better care of it.
True.
It lasts longer.
Absolutely. And there's pride in that.
There's a lot.
And it feels good.
It does.
It does. It feels good.
Yeah.
And to know it's tight times.
Right.
Budgets are tight. That's why, the only thing I have on my bike that people, if I ever take it to the dealers, it's a warranty item. And I don't, hey, it's under warranty, so it's paid for.
The only thing I say about that is sometimes you have to balance the cost of tools.
Oh, that's bullcrap.
There's
Get a multi-tool. No, I'm teasing, dude.
You're
right.
a
Go ahead.
multi-tool.
Oh, ouch.
Sometimes. So cam swap or a full engine rebuild.
Yeah, well, yes.
Sometimes you're stuck with, look, these guys already have the tools. I can spend $1,000 buying these tools. I'll use one time.
That's
because they change.
Technical, yeah.
So yeah, but you know what? The basic stuff, you can save thousands of bucks doing your brakes, oil changes, rear tire, lowering kits, and you get to know your bike and you feel pride. And I don't know. I love it. I love looking at my bike and go, man, we did all that stuff.
Absolutely. And so like him, like the 600,000 plus people that have watched the maintenance video,
right?
They're all saving, $300 a pop for oil change.
Yeah.
So, that's substantial.
Right.
That's substantial. And that's awesome. And I'm sure Harley doesn't like us because of that. No, they love us, right?
Or maybe they'll lower. Well, they do because how many people bought Street Glide
True.
specials because
Yes.
of your videos?
Yeah, true that.
So what they lost in service, they made up in bike sales.
There you go. So there you go, guys. Now, I will say that in that voicemail, he did talk about a Harbor Freight lift that he bought. I was very interested in that, only because, hey, if you guys are buying this stuff out there and you're buying lifts and you're buying motorcycle jacks, tell me what you think of it.
Yeah.
Because we got the platform, but I would rather have your word, because I'm not going to go buy that particular lift. There's so much different stuff out there, and we really all need to help each other here. It goes back to what I talked about, and that is these companies need to step up. And not only that, we've got a lot of choices out there. So let's report to each other, hey, this lift is good, this lift isn't, all that kind of stuff. And that really puts the companies on notice, that they need to build a superior product and for a reasonable price. And we don't want people buying crap, I guess.
Well,
so if it's crap, we're going to report it's crap.
And we save each other time and money by going, hey, that guy already tested it.
Right.
So the other 10,000 of us don't have to. We can take his word for it because he knows what he's talking about, or we test it, or we don't care.
Right. Or buy this, but beware of this.
Right.
I liked it, but beware of this little issue. Because somebody might, well, because of that, I'm not buying it. Or another guy, okay, no big deal.
That's the whole point of the biker community.
Amen. Seriously, that was well said. So I asked him, I emailed him back. And I'm like, hey, got your voicemail, but I'm really interested about that lift too. So he sent me pictures of it. He sent me the model number. It is from Harbor Freight. We're not going to review it on this episode, but I have all the notes.
It's a full lift.
It is a full lift.
Hydraulic or electric?
No, it's hydraulic, foot pump.
Okay.
So, we're going to get that word out to you. I've got it. We just don't have enough time in this episode. In fact, I didn't even put it in the notes, but we will review that lift. I will tell you what he thinks of it. Some of the pros, some of the cons. I've got pictures of it and all that. And it was a reasonable price. And we're going to report that to you guys. So also Larry Baxter, I know from Homer, Alaska, loyal supporter of the show. One of the guys that's getting a t-shirt for sure that we're making. Larry left a voicemail. Now, really good question. And it was about lane splitting.
Yeah.
When we were down in California, he's like, so now that you went to California, what do you think of lane splitting? Now, Oscar didn't go on the whole trip, so he wasn't in California with us. So I'm going to wait till I have large.
I've been and I've lane splitted.
Very nice. Now, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So there's some other issues I want to talk about too, because we were in a group setting. And so I do want to get to that email, Larry, but not this episode. I'm going to wait because I didn't have it planned. I didn't know Oscar had done that. So we're going to go ahead and wait on that, but just know it is coming, Larry. And thanks for supporting the show as usual. Let's move on. What kind of, we got another voicemail here. Do you want to do this one?
I think this is all you.
Oh, it is? Is it?
Yeah.
Let me look
my
here.
boombox sits on my shoulder.
Oh, geez, dude.
Sorry.
Let me bring up and why don't you go ahead and open it up, what it's about and stuff while I bring this up.
Joe Dunnigan, he contacted us, the voicemail reference, no Bluetooth headset for the boombox. Says he needs a pin connector kit, which is not available. And we talked to Joe for quite a while on the phone.
I did.
Our host is going to bring that up here shortly. In the meantime, I can hum an elevator tune.
There you go. What does Joe Dunnigan have to say?
My name is Joe Dunnigan. I just purchased a 2014 Street Glide Special. And I was talking to Harley about the intercom system, and they said on the Street Glide Special, they don't have anything for it. And I was trying to do Bluetooth on this to answer the telephone or give it voice commands. And I haven't figured out how to do that. If you could help me, I really appreciate it. The only thing I can think of is going to Harley and buying the pin system and hooking it into a wire to be able to do this. I'm just puzzled here. I don't understand why Harley would make a motorcycle with Bluetooth and voice command and not be able to use the voice command. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Why the mother company does a lot of things we don't always know.
And we're learning as we go on this boombox system. It has a virus right now. The people that contact me, I won't put it all on the podcast, put it all out on the podcast because it's kind of specific to the boombox. But no, I did talk to Joe Dunnigan, and thanks for being involved. And had a long conversation on the phone with him. He's tried a whole bunch of stuff. No, guys, there isn't a way right now to get the Bluetooth headset to hook up with the boombox. I'll leave it at this. The only way to hook up the boombox and use voice commands is if you... and now here, the Street Glide Special doesn't come with the pin connector. You know what I'm talking about, Oscar?
No.
Well, like your Ultra. It has a place for a headset where you plug it in.
Yes,
right? The pin.
Yep.
So you would think it's a Bluetooth system. It hooks up to our phone's Bluetooth so we can play our music and things, but it doesn't. It has option for voice commands. So you would think, well, there's got to be some kind of headset that Harley makes, right? That's wireless and Bluetooth, so you can give, the voice commands like take me to this address in Seattle, right? For the GPS, play Volbeat or, something like that.
Right.
It doesn't have that. The only way you can do it is, even though the system's Bluetooth, the only way you can do it is with a wired headset right now.
So,
and of course the Street Glide Special doesn't come with the pin, right?
You're talking about the
where you plug your mic in.
Yeah, on the tank.
Right, where you plug your mic in.
Yeah, okay.
So the Street Glide Specials don't come with that. Additionally, they don't have a aftermarket pin kit for it. So they don't even have a kit yet that you can make it so you can plug in a headset to use the voice commands.
Wow. Yeah, you'd have to redo the dash, not the dash.
No, I think you can put it in your handlebars, your clusters. I think there's a spot there for it.
Oh.
But they don't have it.
Oh,
and you'd have to put it on there somewhere, and they'd have to have it. So it lacks a lot. But I'm learning all this stuff. Like, I'm not going to go over everything, but just know.
You know what? It's new. And they had to rush against BMW and Indian to get the stuff out.
Thank you.
I give Harley a lot of love. They've come a long ways, but they're competing with Indian and BMW, and BMW already had the technology in place.
Right.
And so they rushed it. They still did a good job.
Rushmore project. They rushed it.
Yeah, they did. But
it's an awesome thing. They're going to get it all worked out.
Oh, yeah, they will.
They just wanted to get it in the bike.
Right.
And it works great for a lot of stuff, but it's lacking a lot of stuff, and it's got some hiccups, and we need software updates. And again, I've got all the boombox videos out, guys. If you want to learn all about that system and what it does at this point, how to update your software, which is going to be critical over time to stay up to date on that, because they're going to fix a lot of things. But I am in contact with Joe, and he's tried a lot of different stuff. We can't find a way around it right now, but thanks for being involved, Joe. And we will be in touch if either of us comes up with anything, along with a bunch of other people in the law-abiding biker community that email me on this stuff.
If you think not long ago to like a 79 knucklehead, your biggest problem was keeping oil in it.
Right. Yeah, isn't that funny how times change?
They've really come a long, long ways.
Now we're worried about the boom box.
I know.
And what color the screen is, right? Or whatever,
The GPS.
Yeah, geez. All right, we got time for a few more things. So why don't you run into this? This is I'll set it up. It's a web comment. Somebody commented directly on the website. And why don't you go with that?
This is from Larry Whitworth. Larry says, "Hey guys, thanks for taking time to post some awesome bids. Although I am on a fixed income, I still feel the need to donate to y'all. Really appreciate that. It means a lot.
That is
especially
awesome.
When you're on a fixed income.
No doubt.
Still feel the need to donate to y'all for taking the time to help some of us who can't take our bike to the dealer. This is the best instruction videos I've found, and I look forward to seeing more. Thank you all."
That right there makes me just want to keep going.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
That's great.
Here's a guy in a fixed income, donates, and says they're the best videos that he's found. Any maintenance videos. I mean, that's awesome.
And once again, it's because of the actors.
The 108-degree garage kind of makes it worth it.
The sweaty actors.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to read your response?
Yeah, so I told Larry, thanks for commenting. I really appreciate it. We did just invest, guys, some hard-earned money in some new video equipment to make videos even better. You guys have heard me talk about that. Further, any amount donated helps me move forward to continuing to bring you content creation. Thank you for your consideration, and don't forget to check out the podcast. We put out a ton of content and information there too.
Thanks, Larry.
Yeah, absolutely. So we like getting those kind of comments, guys. It does help us motivation when we're in the 100-degree garage to keep moving along with that. So with that leads us right into a good segue. Let's go ahead and thank a couple people for some donations, if you would be so kind.
Kirk Gonzalez, Newcastle, Delaware. Thanks for the donation, Kirk. Manuel Villarreal, McAllen, Texas. and Gary Ingram of Cricklewood, London, England. That donation took a while to get here because he's in England. Fellers, thanks for the donations. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Does help us.
Cricklewood, London, England. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't
that amazing?
It goes like the internet goes past the water to other places.
Yeah, it hops the pond.
That's a big pond.
Amazing these days.
London, England. That's cool.
It is, and to see those guys and to donate from all the way over in London, England to go.
I wonder how long
I appreciate that content. That's awesome.
I wonder how long their riding season. England's kind of notorious for being wet, so I wonder how long Gary's riding season is.
Boy, good question.
Yeah. Well, if Gary's listening, hey.
Of course he is. He donated.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Hey, if you're listening, send us in. How long's your riding season? Couple months, 3 months?
Props to London, England.
Awesome.
So let's, thanks for the donations. Why don't we move in? I think we got time for at least another. And this is reference a free YouTube video, of course, one of our many, many free videos. Reference, and we already talked about it a little bit in this episode, I believe. Vance and Hines dresser, or was it? Yeah, that is as we called them out. Vance and Hines dresser twin/rounds. Here you go.
We did.
I didn't even know this was in here. So why don't you? Do you want to go with this? Go with it.
Yeah, from Joseph Reyes.
Oh, real quick. Sorry to interrupt, but if you guys want to get the video I'm talking about, that free video, and the one that Vance and Hines has sold a ton of pipes because of, it's lawabidingbiker.com/twin/rounds.
Oh, I read that's actually an interesting email.
Yeah,
this is a good email.
It is.
From Joseph Reyes. Joseph says, "Hey Ryan, you guys are putting some awesome stuff out there. Keep up the good work. My question for you is, what air breather did you go with on your 2014 Street Glide Special? I myself have a 2014 Street Glide Special in denim black, and I'm looking to change out the exhaust and air breather. I pretty much made up my mind on Vance and Hines dresser duals and CFRs. Have we ever talked about CFRs? It's a specialty exhaust.
It's cool.
Company.
I almost went with it.
Yeah, they are.
I was torn between the CFR and the twin/round, and I ended up with Vance and Hines twin/round. I love the CFR.
They are.
We're gonna have to talk about that in depth. Yeah,
small specialty company putting out good exhaust, but not real well known till now. I've also decided to go with the DynoJet Power Commander 5. Good work, Joseph. Which I'll definitely be purchasing your installment video. The only thing I'm not sure about is the air breather. I like the Roland Sands design Black Ops turbine air filter just because it looks good. I read some bad reviews about it filling up with oil and leaking. I want to get your thoughts on everything. Thanks again. Keep up the good work.
All right. So
go for it.
Here's my response, and then you chime in, because I just gave him, the best response, and I told him I would do more on the podcast. But guys, I actually like, which is the first time on a Harley, I actually like the stock air intake. I like the looks of it. I like the performance of it. So I'm keeping my stock air intake on my 2014 Street Glide Special on the 103 cubic inch. It has a great performance. I put the Vance and Hines twin/rounds on it, of course. And I did a basic EFI map download from Harley Davidson. Probably now, having tested the Power Commander 5 and Auto Tuner, that's what I'll do with my next bike, or maybe later on this one even. We just have been so busy, it's not even something I can think about right now. But I did help Oscar with his, and I'm very impressed. So I told him the air intake. I told him it just runs so great. I don't mind the looks of the stock intake. On past bikes, I have changed the air intake for some performance, but mostly looks. Unless I did something more to the bike, and I don't think any aftermarket intake is going to give me any more performance that I would notice. To me, in my opinion, and Oscar may differ, but to me, it would be strictly looks at this point if I ever change my mind. Because if I just change intakes at this point with what I've done to my bike, a basic EFI map, twin/rounds, putting a different intake is not, it's going to be purely looks to me. Now, go ahead and tell me I'm an idiot.
No,
really? I don't know.
We talked about this.
Oh, did we? Okay. I don't know.
You know what? If you look at the old design, so my 13 Ultra Limited, my 06 Ultra Classic, the airbox was sealed and there was like 3 little holes on the bottom.
Yes. True.
So
we did talk about it.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
Yeah,
though.
it has.
Okay.
We were at Fred Meyer parking lot.
Yep.
And so the air has to actually push up underneath, and it's only getting air to.
This is on the old bikes,
on
not
the old bikes,
new
right?
14.
On the old bikes. So when I first saw your 14, we were looking at it, and I'm like, at first I was like, oh, and then I looked at it, and the design has a screen up front, and the air is pushing straight past.
It's almost like a forced air.
It is. It's like a forced air induction.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? That's a great design. The air filter's a little small, but really, how much? Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a great design. And I totally agree. If I had a 14 and I think all the touring bikes are coming with that same air intake, I would totally leave it alone. The only thing I would do maybe is put a K&N filter in it, because I am a K&N filter fan. But as far as the design and how the air pushes into the intake, I think that's a great design. I wouldn't touch it. And I agree. I think the roll and sand stuff is good, but it's expensive.
It's purely for looks.
It's purely for looks. And the interesting thing in this email, and I read it the other day when you sent me the show notes, is the whole oil thing. And I was like, hey, that's very interesting that rumor is out there. So that oil thing has nothing to do with any air intake. What the oil thing is Harley vents. In your car, you have what's called a positive crankcase ventilation. It's on the, for crying out, what's it called? The rocker box cover. Yeah. Depending on the car, it's in the back or the front or whatever. It's a little valve that moves up and down and basically vents pressure from the crankcase, from the motor out to the engine compartment. Harley vents crankcase pressure through the heads into the air filter. So every single Harley, now I don't know past earlier than 99, I'm not sure how they did it, but 99 to now, they vent the crankcase pressure up through the heads and into the air filter. So if your bike is, and we've talked about this before, so I'm not going to cover all, but you're going to get potentially an oily air filter on your Harley, regardless of what intake you use. It's just the nature of the beast. It's just how Harley does it. And we've talked about on, I think, past podcasts, maybe one of the videos, one of the ways you can defeat that is running, if you want, it's totally up to you. You can run your oil sump just a little bit low. So instead of filling it with the entire 4 quarts, you can run it like 3 3/4, or I've gone as low as 3.5.
So you're talking about, I know what you're talking about, but just for the listeners, you're talking about the oil pan.
The oil pan, right.
So when you're told to put your capacity as 4 quarts, you can put 3.7 quarts.
Yeah, you can use a little bit less. So when you watch the maintenance video and you see us dumping 4 quarts in there, you can actually use a little bit less and it will minimize that. And I can tell you that is true because I've had an overfill situation I didn't do. And then an overfill situation, not overfill, but I put 4 quarts for whatever reason. That's a little too much. And I got the oily air filter. And then a buddy of mine who rides Harley says, hey, you can run that a little low. And I was like, really? And so I did. And I really haven't had a problem with it. But you're going to get a little bit of oil in there.
Even regardless. On your stock, right?
Even stock, right.
Because I did too on my last. I cleaned it and it had oil in it.
Yep. You're going to get a little bit no matter what. Has nothing to do with the air intake brand or design. It has to do with the design of the motor.
Right. And so basically, guys, and I don't know how much of this you covered briefly, your crank breathers go back into your air filter. Did you cover this?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. They run right into the intake.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, they run right into the intake. Basically, they blow right into the inside of the air filter.
Yep. So it's pretty hard when it gets hot not to get some kind of...
You're going to get some in there.
Splatter.
Yep. Whoa. When it gets hot, you get splatter.
Yeah. Or when you eat too much. Lurch gets splatter a lot.
He does get splatter a lot. That's a different thing.
He takes combat dumps in the woods.
You clean up after that.
He carries wet wipes in his saddlebags.
That's important.
Remember he reminded us yesterday?
That's right.
On our trip. Oh, no, I'm good. I carry wet wipes.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Way to go, Lurch.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
So there you go. I really like the intake design of the new 14s. And if I had a new 14, I would do exactly what you did. Other than I may go with the Power Commander, but I would leave it alone. I think it's a great intake.
Yep, I do too. And if it looked really crappy, I would, but I actually think it looks kind of cool.
I think it. I do too. And it's a lot of chrome. Looks nice up front.
Yep.
Matches the bike. I mean, it looks great. Works great.
And if my bike didn't run like a raped ape, it really does.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It runs freaking so good, so smooth, so fast. The power band's good. I don't want to mess with it anymore.
Right.
Unless I was going to do something drastic, like we were going to get the auto tuner and Power Commander 5 and really start messing with like values and stuff. I mean, some crazy.
I don't know why
I'm not a drag racer.
Yeah, and you know what?
It goes fast enough for me.
Harley's come a long ways, and the 14. I mean, my 13's great. I did some stuff to it. I'm gonna do a little bit more to it, but the 14s, man, they've really polished off almost everything they need to.
Yep. stepped it up with Rushmore project there.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you have any words of wisdom, buddy? You have anything? Words of wisdom. But we had a lot of good content in there.
Yeah, we really did.
Thanks, guys, for sending in all that stuff. Thanks for sending the donations and supporting the Patreon page and getting involved with the voicemails and all that kind of stuff. We do. Oh, that was loud.
Yeah,
Apologize, guys.
That'll be all right.
A little bit loud there. I'm messing with my levels. I told you that, didn't I?
You told me or them?
You.
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
So, yeah, we're going to take it out, guys. We're at, I put plenty long. But anyways, call to action. Go ahead. Head over, guys. Get the new Law Abiding Biker app. You get all the podcasts first. You get them like 5 days before most of the time. Then they go on iTunes or anything else. That's lawabidingbiker.com/app, Android or iTunes. All your iOS stuff. Don't forget about we had some voicemails there. The listener line, 509-731-3548. You can leave us a voicemail on the computer. As you just heard there, that's lawabidingbiker.com/voicemail. I'm working on the t-shirts, guys, being designed, and we're going to be giving some of those out, those t-shirts, when they're up and ready for people that leave voicemails, and they are used on the show for content. Don't forget to get in that email club. I send you emails about all the free stuff we're putting out. lawabidingbiker.com/email club. Don't forget to rate us in iTunes, lawabidingbiker.com/iTunes. That would really help us, guys, to get those reviews in there and the star ratings and all that. Also /Stitcher Radio if that's where you're listening on the Android side. You freaking Bikaholics, get out there and ride, huh? What do you think about the Bikaholic community there, Oscar?
Just set it aside and ride.
Yeah. Put all that aside and ride. No, you guys are awesome, and we're going strong here. Thank you so much. All right. We're out.
Peace out.
Keep the rubber side down.
Shiny side up.
Thank you for listening to the Law Abiding Biker podcast. Please listen to our next episode.